Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Slamhub Wrestling. Myself Suprit, and this is the AEW Dynamite review, beach break edition for what's the date today? Come on, help me, Abby.
It was 3rd February for the American people, and for us it was 4th February 2021.
So AEW tried to put on yet another mini pay-per-view on Dynamite, and it was a decent show for the most part. What did you think about this week's Dynamite or Beach Break?
I really enjoyed the show. For me, it was very enjoyable. Even the uh, wedding angle, so to speak, I really enjoyed it. Whatever happened and the little, things which were inculcated with the words that really, chuckled me quite a bit. And even the action, the main event, you can say, and the battle royal to start off the show. And what I said last week that the Good Brothers could be, poking their nose uh, in the battle royal. They somewhat did. They weren't a part of it. As you said, they won't be doing double duty, but they certainly poked their nose, and it, you know, hurt, so to speak, the Young Bucks' chances for winning the battle royal for the second time. So, nonetheless, I really enjoyed the show.
So what we had on this week's Dynamite or Beach Break. So we had the tag team battle royal to decide number one contenders for the tag team titles at Revolution. We had Thunder Rosa versus Dr. Britt Baker, which was a long going feud they had for this past month or so. Lance Archer versus Eric Kingston yet again in a lumberjack match this week, and the of course that was the main attraction this week was Penelope Ford and Kip Sabian's wedding, and the main event, a six-man tag featuring Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers versus John Moxley, Ray Phoenix, and Pac. So before that, if you're new to this channel, make sure to like, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And according to content, I also put out a Royal Rumble review this week, a great Royal Rumble show, where I mentioned why Edge was not a good choice to win the men's Royal Rumble match. So go out and check out that. So back to Dynamite. We started with a tag team battle royal. So first off, they announced that FTR were banned from this match because of what they did to Jurassic Express. So this was some sort of punishment. So I wanted to ask you, what did you think about the rules for this tag team battle royal? Because in WWE we have seen that if one guy gets eliminated, then the entire team gets eliminated. But here
Yes.
in AEW's case, if it's different, like if your partner gets eliminated, then you still can be active in this match. So what is your take on these rules?
It is different. You have to be different from WWE. That is also one of the reasons why AEW would be doing this. And secondly, it is that if you are a fan of a certain team, then it is that your partner is still in the game. So the fans would be still invested that one person is out, but still there is a chance that you can still win. Case in point, the Young Bucks. Matt Jackson got eliminated. It was very underwhelming elimination, and nobody even gave a fuck about that. Might be it was a botch or a thing which wasn't planned, but still Nick Jackson was till the end, so to speak, in the battle royal. So the fans were still invested that maybe the Young Bucks could still win this battle royal. So it is a different concept, and in my opinion, it is better. You know, there is still suspense with regards to the team. One is eliminated, one is not. You can build storyline in the near future that one of the tag team members is better, one is not, one is the weak link, one is not. If you are planning to, break up the said tag team, so it can, give you numerous options for booking.
So we get to this match. So before the match even began, the Bucks would take out wrestlers near ringside with dives. So match was underway. Reynolds was one of the first guys getting eliminated. Luchasaurus was taking out everybody. So Matt Jackson gets downed by MJF, like you said on the what do you call it? The stage or ramp.
Yes, the state
So
stairs.
so So Private Party were doing their silistering stuff, but Mark Quinn gets dumped by one of the top flight members. Nick Jackson eliminates both Santana and Ortiz, and Nick and Isaac Cassidy were squaring up, but here comes the Good Brothers. So they assist Nick in eliminating Cassidy. So Nick wasn't interested in the help from the Good Brothers, so he gets dumped by MJF. So at one point, Max Caster had MJF trapped as Guevara was about to super kick MJF, but MJF ducks and had some hitting Caster. So Caster would then somehow eliminate MJF. So before that, Jungle Boy got dumped by MJF, which I felt was a very weird elimination. So the last few men were one of the top flight member, that was Darius, I think, Jericho and Guevara and also Caster. So we would see Jericho accidentally eliminate Guevara while he was tossing out Caster. So it was up to both Jericho and Darius. So Darius hit a Judas effect while doing a springboard and he gets eliminated. So there you go, Jericho and MJF are your winners, and I predicted this for the last 2 weeks or so. So where that MJF and Jericho will be going to Revolution. So that's that. And in terms of this match, battle royals in AEW have a certain ceiling, because of this overcomplicated rules and all. And what did you think about this match?
It is a battle royal. You have to throw the people out of the top rope and stuff like that. With regards to it, it had spots which were enjoyable, which were entertaining. I was I was entertained. I was not bored or flabbergasted with regards to any certain person being eliminated or not eliminated. And with regards to Jungle Boy, you said that it was very weird elimination. So I also thought the same, that might be that his elimination was also a botch, that he wasn't supposed to be eliminated, but he got eliminated. So probably, so they would come up with booking certain stuff in the future. But nonetheless, uh, they are Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus are still involved in a feud with FTR. So whatever happened in this battle royal with regards to them, so it won't hold anything. They are still involved with FTR. And what we also got to know what happened with FTR and them in the later part of the show. So you can still say, but yes, Jungle Boy, with regards to what is being invested in him and his new theme music, he should have been or would have been in the last, certain people who we expected that. So nonetheless, and some other things which were a part of this battle royal were that John Silver, Johnny Hungy eliminated Luchasaurus and Jake Hager. So that is a big thing that the bookers are investing in him, and his character and his internet fandom, so to speak, with the marks nonetheless. And he eliminated Luchasaurus with the help of Evil Uno. There's that. And Matt Jackson, as I just said, got a very underwhelming exit, in my opinion. And with regards to Nick Jackson, you just said that it was quite noteworthy as the Good Brothers came for it. And you know, the Good Brothers are set to face a Private Party this month at No Surrender streaming on the Impact Plus app. And also, the Bucks said that if they win, they would be facing the Good Brothers. So there's that. So the Good Brothers wanted to face them or didn't want to face the Young Bucks. That is a big question that we don't know still. So there's that. And other than that, the Young Bucks pose done by MJF and Jericho, that was, classic. That really made me laugh out loud. And other than that, I am glad that the Acclaimed got a TV entrance, uh, unlike the other, mid card or lower card tag teams. So probably the bookers or the creative team or whoever, Tony Khan, they are, sold on the Acclaimed and their gimmick, which is entertaining in my opinion. Suprit, you must be thinking that I am sold on them because they, dissed the Young Bucks quite a good, a good asshole. But nonetheless, they have a nice gimmick and I like those guys. And
By the way, about I wanted to say one thing about the Acclaimed, and it was very noticeable here. They were made to look like baby faces here,
mhm,
and it was made even clear, like they have booked Jericho and MJF versus the Acclaimed for next week.
yes, hmm,
I think the Acclaimed are better suited as sales because they are natural heat magnets, especially with this diss track rap gimmick they have.
I would agree with that too. Because if they won't diss anybody, that would, kill that what they have. But probably it is just for the short run, or you can say the next match they have with MJF and Jericho. Uh, After that, it won't be. And I am just sorry for Sammy Guevara, man. What a travesty, you know. Nonetheless, Jericho won. The trolls online lost yet again. The conspiracy theorist won. There's that.
So as MJF and Jericho celebrated, Guevara wasn't pleased, and we would see more of the inner circle as we move forward with this show. We had a special, what you can say, video package to hype up Jade Cargill, showing off her physique, and we also got news later on regarding this rumored intergender or mixed tag match that we thought was going to happen at Revolution, but they say it's going to be happening March 3rd edition of Dynamite.
Yes.
So I think it's actually a better choice because
Yes.
you will get more eyes on this match because it's on free TV. Everybody can get it if you have TNT. And why would you put it on paper? You like why would you force a outsider to buy a entire paper you just to watch a Shaq match? What is your take on this?
Shaq would have brought them pay-per-view bias, probably. Probably. I don't know because here we are in India, we do not know that what brand value Shaquille O'Neal still holds worldwide, even in America, so to speak, with regards to wrestling or mass audience. So probably the decision made for Shaquille O'Neal to compete on Dynamite rather than on Revolution would have been probably with regards to in-ring work, because their last Revolution pay-per-view was so, highly critically acclaimed, pun non intended, that they do not want that to be, marred by a subpar match, or probably a match which is just for the sake of it, a star-studded bout for the sake of promotion. You have to promote it, you have to reach a mass audience. So probably that's the reason, and they are a little skeptical that they should not be booking a guy who is not a wrestler on a pay-per-view, for the sake that it might hurt the quality of the said pay-per-view. And the fans, majority of the fans of AEW are what?
Wrestling fans.
Wrestling fans. Wrestling fans. And they would shit on it. They would shit on it like anything. And still there is a competition between NXT or WWE versus AEW and stuff like that, whatever. So it is safe first to put it on Dynamite. If it succeeds, they can put it on pay-per-view probably later. If they book an angle on Dynamite, and they can book a blow off match on pay-per-view later.
Basically, AEW want to play safe by putting it on a random Dynamite.
Yes.
So let's see how the quality of that match comes about. We have at least three guys making their debut, quote unquote, at
Mhm.
least in a big time scenario.
Mhm.
So moving forward, we have Tony Shivani. So he welcomed both Sting and Darby Allin. So Shivani brings up the big street fight that's about to happen at Revolution. And we are also informed that Darby Allin will be defending the TNT Championship against Joey Janela next week. So Team Taz calling him Jelly Nutella or something.
No, my question is, what the fuck did he do to earn that? Why? I can understand that it is a exhibition match to put over, Darby Allin, so that to gear up for the pay-per-view on March 7th. But why? That's the thing.
I think the
For the
logic
championship.
I think the logic behind booking a TNT title match, of course, it's a what do you call it, a TV match, a TV title, which
Hmm.
is supposed to be defended every week. So there's actually no rankings or something for that particular reason. We also saw Cody. He used to challenge literally anybody in the industry to have this match.
Hmm.
So
So
and they
you could have given a little, you know, what you are saying. The commentators could also say that. It is a TV title. It should be defended every other week. So something like that. Or even 2 weeks break, or 1 week break between, not to hurt the character or overexpose the character of Darby Allin, because he's a car crash kind of a guy. you know we would see so much of him, then it would probably destroy the mystique and hurt his character. Understandable. But man, out of the blue, you are giving a TNT championship match with Joey Janela, who has not been on television for, I don't
months.
know, weeks, months, huh? So what is the logic? You know, the thing you
So
said, I perfectly accept. It is a TV title. It should be defended, you know, at regular intervals. Perfectly agreeable. But the commentators, even the bookers, with the certain the video package they gave the Joey Janela interview they gave
Ah,
us in the later part of the show, that was utterly useless. There was nothing. There was nothing of substance. Was there? I am asking you, was there anything of substance?
only thing they try to make a logic of is that both men have faced each other in the past in Dynamite and pay-per-views.
Yes, nothing else. Something of substance. The guy is facing the Darby Allin. He could do something. He could say that last time I lost or last time I won. Something that I want to take revenge. Something, man. Something. So
I think
sell.
I think Janela is just a pawn here for this match. Like the big thing is
Yeah,
gonna be what Team Taz is gonna do. How will they get involved next week? So he's just a
yes,
pawn.
yes.
So that's the only explanation I can give you right now. So
PAWN.
what?
PAWN. Pawn. Yes.
So okay. What was I saying? We had Team Taz, so they were on the screen, and they said that they will be keeping a close eye on Darby's upcoming match. Ricky Starks on the mic, he said that Sting is not the icon he used to be, and he will get hurt if he stays with Darby. Sting responds that he will make sure no one gets involved next week, and he sends a special warning to Ricky Starks. So you can say that it is a very simple build to the Street Fighter Revolution.
Yes, they do not, have to do anything. They have done what they need to do. And Ricky Starks, took our, suggestion. He took the mic this time and he, spoke, and we got to listen what he had to say. So kudos to Ricky Starks
From
for
that, we move on
improving.
to Thunder Rosa versus daughter Britt Baker. We had a video package to highlight the feud they had been going on for the last month or so. So the match was good for most parts, and we often joke about how Dr. Britt Baker is sloppy in the ring, but we have to say that she has improved in the last few months. And by the way, she hit a very good-looking sling blade tonight. Props to her.
Yes, yes, she is listening to our critics and especially you.
I think her baby has put some effort in giving her some great in-ring ability, showing her some great PWG tapes. So match
Less on the bed
begins.
and more on the ring. Mm. Yeah.
So match begins with Rosa charging the ring, getting rid of Reba. So Baker was going for the lockjaw already. So we saw a lot of counters, and we saw a lot of mat-based offense from both women. So they would fight to the outside. Rosa was looking for her finisher several times, but Baker escaped. So Rosa got a near fall of a Death Valley driver. So final part of the match saw Rosa dominating Baker until Reba gets involved as she rips the bottom turnbuckle, and so Baker was able to capitalize. She sends Rosa into the exposed steel. So this knocks out Rosa. So Baker has the lockjaw as a referee calls the bell. And like I said for Kingston versus Archer last week, they did a great job protecting Thunder Rosa with this finish. And it was a quote unquote big win for Dr. Britt Baker. So what did you think about this match?
I also thought that it was a competitive and physical bout, so to speak. Not very, you can say, reminiscent of what Britt Baker is, capable of doing, or we have seen her doing with regards to it. And with regards to you saying that Britt Baker looked great with regards to her work, She gave a shit probably, and she was more physical, and her sling blade looked slick tonight. It was. And in the initial part of the match, it was a one-way street when Thunder Rosa was dominating the action absolutely. And this match was months in the making. It was not even, AW was trying to, get the match, do the match, but there were so many problems that happened. They were thrown in the way, and it didn't happen. But finally tonight it happened, and it was great that they didn't do it in a one-off. They went with an angle. Brilliant stuff. And this was basically that Thunder Rosa stole Britt Baker's, quote unquote, pun intended, as being the face of the division. That was basically what Britt Baker's problem was with Thunder Rosa, that she came from NWA and she stole her thunder with her great wrestling skills and her look, basically. And at one point, Thunder Rosa started targeting Britt Baker's right hand or wrist. She did it in the commercial break to neutralize, Britt Baker's finish submission, that is the lockjaw. But it didn't, you know, did the job for her. And great selling to the finish by Thunder Rosa. That after she hit the exposed turnbuckle, she went limp. She went limp. Commentators also gave her, full selling. The doctors also came. So brilliant stuff. Kudos to both women, and looking forward to whenever the next bout is happening. Great stuff.
I don't know, man. Maybe we see Britt Baker being one of the favorites to win this upcoming eliminator tournament.
Eliminated tournament. Uh, who would she be tagging with? Thunder Rosa?
No, I'm talking about this number one contenders eliminator tournament for the women's.
Number one contenders for the women. That is the tag team for the tag team championship, or
No, it was the
for
singles.
it is for Hikaru Shida's,
Yes, yes,
which is one side USA and one side Japan.
yes.
Wasn't it for the tag team championship?
No, I think you thought it was for the tag team championship.
Okay, so that is why they were hyping with okay, with the champion. All right.
So we are talking about this
Probably.
women's world title eliminator. So we are given more info about this upcoming tournament. So they announced participants from both the American block and the Japanese block. So on the American side, we have women like Serena D, Britt Baker, Anna Jay, and also Riho. And on the Japanese block, we have a bunch of new Joshi wrestlers plus Aja Kong and Amy Sakura. So there you go.
Yes. And I have seen some of them work with regards to, there is one Mei Saruga. I have seen Emi Sakura. We have seen Emi Sakura on AEW television too. There is Ryo Mizunami and Maki Ito, as she is great on Twitter. We have seen many interactions of her with Lance Archer. Lance Archer's beard and Maki Ito's hair, they were quite similar at one point, so they had quite a great interaction. And Maki Ito's Twitter game is a little edgy. Today she tweeted out that "Let's go, motherfucker, motherfucker." After she she got announced for AEW, so. There's that. And with regards to Emi Sakura, we know she is a Joshi legend. She is running a school in Japan that is with Gato Move or Choco Pro, and she has many wrestlers there. They are doing shows. at the Ichigaya Chocolate Factory with other promotions, DDT Pro and All Japan. And Mei Suruga, I guess she is one of our star students, and she is currently the Asia Dream Tag Team Champion with Wrestle Square OG Balian Akki, and they have a great rapport there, and they are defending the championship, and they are having shows. They are doing great stuff. Mei Suruga, I guess she is a relative of Emi Sakura. I don't know exactly. Maybe I don't remember, but still, uh, Choco Pro or Gato Move is doing, exciting stuff there. They are doing right now in ring stuff. They previously were doing mat based wrestling that is only done on the mat. It is entertaining stuff. They entertain you. They also wrestle with regards to whatever space they have, and they try to entertain. It is available on YouTube, youtube.com/gato move. You can go and check out, and you can also check out their stuff on Fight TV, that is Gato Move XP. If you are into that, it's great.
So so as of now, after we saw this announcement, so the only Joshi they brought to America is Rio. So that's why she is in this American block, and they will bring one other from that Japanese block, which we'll see in the finals. And I think it's a great choice that they didn't go out of their way and try to bring in these this women and go through this quarantine process and stuff. Let them wrestle in Japan, tape that stuff,
Mhm.
and you can showcase it on a AEW Dynamite.
Yes, that's
So
right.
we'll have to wait and see, as this tournament will be starting this month only as we head towards Revolution. So up next we have Hangman Page and Matt Hardy. So they faced Chaos Project, that is Serpentico and Luther. So we are shown a footage from last week where Matt Hardy convinced Page to have this match and said that you have to do this in the honor of the entire Dark Order, and especially Negative One, whose birthday was crashed by both Luther and Serpentico. So we saw Chaos Project dominating Hardy for most parts until hot tag made to Page as he ran wild. So there was a funny spot with Luther. So he was going for a cannonball off the apron, but Page pulled off a Samoa Joe and just walked away as Luther crashed and burned. So Page with a buckshot lariat to Serpentico, but Hardy tags in as he wants to steal the pin, and that was it. So as of now, this storyline is looking like Matt Hardy wants to take advantage of this emotional Hangman Adam Page, and we may see some involvement of the Dark Order, and that's that.
There's that. Probably you're right that Dark Order would be saving Hangman Adam Page from the claws of Matt Hardy, or probably they are thinking of stretching this story, or this new tag team which is happening, that Hangman and Matt Hardy, or Big Money Matt, so to speak. So probably they are mirroring the Matt Riddle and Jeff Hardy shit from WWE, possibly. Is it still happening in WWE, or has it been scrapped?
Last I checked, Raw, they are not a tag team.
Was it Raw or was it SmackDown?
It's Raw.
It's Raw. Okay. I still do not know. I was asked before Royal Rumble that are you watching Royal Rumble? A certain acquaintance of mine who is a little related to WWE. He asked me, and I said I'm looking forward to watching Royal Rumble, and I was, because Royal Rumble is a thing that people are, it is one of the big four pay-per-views, and people are, excited about it. But still, right now, the situation is I have not been able to watch a single second of the
I can't blame
pay-per-view.
you. I can't blame you.
And he said, he called at around 9 o'clock previously, Indian Standard Time in the night, and he said that the bets are changing to Edge as he has been, given the first, that he's going in first at the first position. So I said that the internet would run wild on him on the negative side that if he wins. So there's that, whatever. And with regards to this match, you just said what Matt Hardy was trying to do, that he was trying to manipulate Matt Hardy. People say that, and he would also say that he came to the aid of Hangman Adam Page, and probably he wanted to feast on the lone soul of Hangman Adam Page after he rejected the offer to join the Dark Order. And we also got a trivia bit from Excalibur that young Hangman got booking in Matt Hardy's independent promotion Omega some odd years ago.
Ah,
So
yes,
that
they
is
did say.
also, yes. So that is also a nice tidbit or good piece of history which could join them together. We have to wait and see that what is going to happen. Is Hangman Adam Page done with Dark Order, or Dark Order would be saving them, saving him from the claws of Big Money Matt? We have to wait and see.
So backstage, we see Alex Marvis tried to get a word from Jericho and MJF. Jericho said that they are the next AEW tag team, the champions. Jericho was entering the inner circle locker room. Jericho wanted to celebrate with the rest of the members, but Guevara wasn't pleased as he left. So Jericho went after him. MJF then decided to give a secret pep talk to the rest of the members, as we see Wardlow helping the cameraman out. So basically, MJF has lighted this dynamite, and anytime it will explode.
Yes, absolutely. And I have been saying that for weeks that MJF is going to do exactly that he's going to backstab Jericho with the help of the other guys. They're going to do it together. Sammy Guevara and Jericho would be the eventual baby faces now. That is what they are being building towards too. Jericho is getting babyface reaction. We all know that. Singing of the Judas with him, and then giving Guevara ton of offense in the inner circle challenge, showing his athleticism. People love that, the flips and flams, whatever Jericho says that. But the fact is, Sammy Guevara is talented. People would love him. Lay sex gods, he looks great. Uh, Female fans would love him, obviously, and male fans, they would love him also
He
because
already he already has a big following with this vlogs he does on his YouTube channel.
yes, yes, absolutely. So they are building towards that only, and it is great.
Up next, we get to the wedding of Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford. We see Miro, Charles Taylor, and Vicky Guerrero accompany Sabian, while Jerry Lynn accompanies Ford. On commentary, JR was mesmerized with the outfit that Penelope Ford was wearing.
We all were. She looked beautiful, and Father James Mitchell was officiating the wedding from Impact Wrestling.
Tony Khan taking full advantage of this partnership then.
Absolutely.
So both Sabian and Ford share their personal vows, and finally, Father Mitchell declared them husband and wife. So Sabian and Ford started making out as Miro had something to say. He wanted to share a toast. Then he notices there were some huge gifts around the ring, and he decided to destroy them, thinking someone will pop out of it like they did in WWE. So Miro then started playing to the crowd as they started singing "What Is Love." So as they were about to have this wedding cake, someone pops out of the cake, and it was Orange Cassidy. So Miro charges, but his ankles are actually handcuffed with the steel post. So Taylor attacks Sabian, which sends Ford into the cake. Beach break, no pun intended to Sabian, and that was it. I thought this wedding angle segment was not that bad as I thought it was going to be, but still a predictable outcome with best friends getting involved. Actually, no trend here. So moving forward, it is just going to be Cassidy and Chuck Taylor as Trent is injured.
Hmm.
So what did you think about this wedding angle?
I was, as you said, I was very entertained, so to speak. Yes, on paper it looks like shitty stuff, and like WWE has been doing it. It doesn't, you know, involve creative stuff and out of the box thinking and entertaining the crowd, so to speak. And we saw many things, even with the words too. Kip Sabian said that your eyes meeting my eyes meeting your chest. That popped, obviously. And then Penelope Ford, you have the biggest, and that Kip just stopped her. That we do not have to say that out loud, obviously. And then James Mitchell saying that at the end that uh, when they have to you know kiss the bride previous to that, then you have one another to grope.
I actually
That
didn't get that part, but yeah.
uh, yes, the grope is something, and that the word kayfabing,
Ah,
using the
yes.
word yes. That it is amazing for us wrestling fans. All in all, it was entertaining, brilliant. Kudos.
So from that, we get to a lumberjack match between Lance Archer versus Eddie Kingston, and this is the first time AEW has done a match back-to-back weeks. And do you think AEW rushed this very quickly, or you agree with them with getting this storyline over with?
Um, I would say that they rushed it, and probably there are two scenarios. One scenario is that it is done and done with. Eddie Kingston now has nothing to do. Number one. Number two, it is that now it would be stretched in between, and Eddie Kingston would have his revenge uh, in a week or two, not in a week, probably 2 to 3 weeks after, because next week there is a match set which was uh, booked on social media. Uh, I would uh, tell you about it after the main event. You run through the main event. The fact is, I would agree that it was rushed, but nonetheless, they did it probably to get it done with for the time being, probably that they can do what they want with the Good Brothers, Kenny Omega, and the other people. And when it gets done, probably then they would be doing it back to Eddie Kingston and their alliance. Butcher Blade and Bunny. And if not, then it is done because Eddie Kingston done with Pac, done with Lance
Lance
Archer.
Archer.
It seems so that way. So we have to wait and see
And both
right now.
this and if this storyline is over, both the way they ended the pack stuff and now Lance Archer, they did it in a very quiet fashion. And both Pack and Kings Archer have moved to the same storyline, it seems, in the main event scene.
Yes.
So let's get to this match quickly. We had a bunch of wrestlers surrounding the ring, heels on one side, babyface on the other. And I think this lumberjack stipulation brought the match several notches down, I think. But still, Archer and Kingston did their stuff. So the heel lumberjacks went after Archer every chance they got. Archer did a great dive to the outside. At one point, the blade he introduced tables, but he himself gets put through it as one of the Bear Country guys speared him through the table, and that sets up a future Bear Country versus Butcher Blade match. I think. Back to the match, we see the bunny getting involved. She tries for a sleeper on Archer. Archer looks for the blackout, but Kingston with the save, a back fist knocking down Archer. So Archer rode to the outside. So final parts of the match saw Kingston on the top, Archer with a right, and Archer picks up Kingston for the blackout, and that was it.
Uh, I would like to say probably they got the no disqualification lumberjack stipulation probably uh, to help both the people. You know, it probably protected a little bit Eddie Kingston and it put over Lance Archer big. That the heels attacked him, Eddie Kingston attacked him, but still he, overcame the odds, so to speak. And he is ready for the main event scene. That is what we should be, probably thinking of that. And last week we saw that Eddie Kingston won with the help of a distraction of a backstage ambush on Jake the Snake Roberts by Butcher Blade and Bunny. They brought Jake to ringside as Bunny, that is Ali, gave Eddie Kingston a brass knuckles for the spinning back fist for the victory. The dive in this match that was done by Archer, that looked amazing for the man of his size and his height. That is splendid. He does that walk on the rope moonsault that also looks effortless. So that guy is simply amazing. And there was a lot of interference. We all know that lot of interference and interaction with the people at ringside. Jake the Snake Roberts also took a bump in this bout. Nonetheless, Lance Archer won. There's that.
So we know where Lance Archer will be heading, but we still have to see where Eddie Kingston will be going. And please let me know what this main event match is booked for next week.
Yes, absolutely.
So before we get to the main event, we had a backstage promo from FTR and Tully Blanchard. So they said they just want a rematch for the AEW tag team titles, and that's it. And we also get a shot of Marco Stunt as he was tied and his mouth was shut with duct tape. So there you go.
We got a wedding and we got a kidnapping in the same
The same night.
show. There's that.
Let's get to the main event then.
Yes.
So we
Six
have
man
a six man,
trio.
like I said,
Yes.
Kenny Omega, the Good Brothers versus John Moxley, Ray Phoenix, and Pac. And before I talk about this match, did you heard about the what happened regarding last week's main event? So they were saying they have had to edit the match because of one good Doc Gallows. of he was doing what was he doing? There was a certain spot like they were smoking weed while doing that apron power bomb, and you know what Dog Girl is does. He often swings that title like if it's his big LG. So they had to
Yes,
edit some stuff out. So there you go.
they edited that.
They,
Yeah.
but we did see that footage here on being the elite, but win-win situation for everyone.
That is just too PC. Yeah. They're being too PC. They do that in their entrance. So that is not allowed.
I think they left
They
that,
were
but there were other stuff that they didn't want to show on TV.
that
Yes.
that is understandable.
So we get to this week's main event. Really great match here. We saw a bunch of great near falls, and I was expecting the baby faces to win here, but there you go. So Anderson and Pack started the match. Pack made to look great here. Tag to Gallows, tag to Moxley as they squared off. So the heel team would dominate Moxley and Pack in certain spots, but hot tag to Phoenix as he ran wild. And Phoenix is giving new definition to the term suicide dive once again.
That is literal suicide type. Literal tope con hilo suicide dive by God. He would, injure himself. He by God. I there are two options. Number one, don't do that or make sure that you are safe. Number two, you know, make your guardrails a little different so that when he does that, it is, harmless. The way he does it, I can understand it is to pop the crowd and, it should look like it hurts the other person. Perfectly all right. But man, you are putting your life, your career, and your health on the line.
Basically, you're saying just be safe when you do these spots.
Yes.
So after this suicide dive is done, so at one point Omega was looking for the one-winged angel on Pac, but he escapes, and now Omega is getting triple teamed here. So Pac with a bridging German, this gets a great near fall. So at the end, it was the Good Brothers. They had Team Magic Killer on Phoenix, if I'm not wrong.
Yes. Phoenix.
So they hit the Magic Killer, and that gets them the win. I will talk about the post-match angle. Anything you wanted to add on this six-man tag match?
With regards to this, I would like to say that it was basically a rendition, probably, of what happened at Impact Wrestling Hard to Kill. That it was also a six-man tag, and uh, they wanted to do that. That dynamic is so cool, probably, and it was good. So they wanted to do that for this special episode too, and it was great. In my opinion, it was a very entertaining match. Yes, it was not a very traditional wrestling, shit. It was spot after spot after spot and doing, popping the crowd, bam, 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 bam. Nonetheless, it was entertaining. I would not like to be a sour grape here and complain about the selling and so to speak because there was probably none. But nonetheless, whatever was happening, it was entertaining and it was popping the crowd and stuff like that. And whatever was a competitive and hard-hitting match. In the initial part of the match, there was great dominance displayed by the trio of Kenny and the Good Brothers, Carl Anderson and Dog Gallows. Uh, and all in all, it was amazing. Don Callis, the Invisible Hand, Lord Cyrus, he was great too on the mic, in on commentary, and all three, the opponents, Pac, Moxley, Phoenix. In my opinion, they all want a shot at the World Championship at this point. and who will get it? Who will get it? First, we have to wait and see who is, in line, or probably they are booking a fatal four way. Whatever is happening, we have to wait and see with regards to it. And Pentagon Junior, he got attacked, or Penta El Zero Miero, he got attacked a few weeks ago backstage by Omega and Good Brothers. That was probably the reason why he was not involved in this match. And at the end, as you said, the Magic Killer did the deed for the Good Brothers and Kenny Omega, the Impact Wrestling World Tag Team Champions and the AEW World Champion. In my opinion, I also thought that the champions would be winning. Unlike you, sorry.
I
I
thought
thought
they
that
I thought they were going to get the win, get one up on the heels, but the
no,
post-match angle was little logical when this all was said and done.
yes.
So post-match, we had Good Brothers and Omega continue their assault, but in comes Lance Archer, and he gets rid of both Good Brothers. Omega is left with Moxley, but from the back, someone attacks Moxley, and it was none other than fucking Kenta. Kenta with the GTS. Omega had a huge smile on his face, and the show goes off the air. So Kenta has finally kicked the forbidden door between the partnership between AEW and New Japan. This was, of course, for the first step, but yeah, and if nobody knows about this, so Kenta has a contract to challenge John Moxley for the IWGP US title, and that match will be happening in just few weeks on njpw Strong, which is their weekly show, US based show. So there you go. What did you think about the post match angle, Abby?
I also thought that it was great. In my opinion, it was about to happen. It was, in my mind that there was a tweet, last night of Kenta, that how far is Jacksonville from Orlando? There's that. And also, on the January 30th edition of uh, New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong, John Moxley, appeared and attacked Kenta. There was a six-man tag booked in the main event. You know, very similar, circumstances. The lights went out, and out comes John Moxley in living color, and you know, Kenta wanted to give him a G2S, but John Moxley, he gives him the Death Rider or the elevated paradigm shift, and there's that. And he took the microphone and he said that there are no barriers, political barriers, or any barriers. You want a shot and you are having it. This is happening. This is happening. So it's great. And Kenta, with regards to him, first, got to know of this guy, Kenta. I first got to know that he is a great wrestler. He's probably a legend. And he is a great wrestler, in ring technician, and he is a master in the ring. Hard hitting, stuff like that. I heard of him. This is years ago. Even
He is.
probably
I can,
before.
if I want to
Yes,
critique his work, he is a legend. I will not take that, but he is not the same Kenta that people used to talk about in pro wrestling now. But
yes.
the only thing keeping him relevant is that his character work, and I think he learned that from being in the WWE bubble. So that's what is keeping him relevant. And of course, he is in Bullet Club, New Japan. Everything is going well for him.
Hmm. So I also got to know probably just some years prior to him joining WWE. Uh, and what I saw in WWE was nothing. What I heard of him, it was nothing. Uh, I was very disappointed, I should say. And Probably, I don't know the reason. Probably it is the creative and stuff like that. And
or
he
injuries?
was, yes, injuries too. And injuries is because of his hard hitting style and how he, ran his career and his wrestling style in Japan. The first match I saw of him, which sold me on him, was from what happened probably in a Ring of Honor ring. It is probably still available on YouTube. That is Loki versus Kenta. So it sold me on the hard hitting style, first of all, that what is Japanese hard hitting style, what is Japanese strong style, and what is Kenta, made of. Seriously. So I was blown away. I was, that by God, this style and this guy is amazing. And Loki, we all know him. His style is also very, reminiscent of his style. But nonetheless,
Basically, you didn't see a strong style match. It was actually a King's Road match. You know, the pure dynamics. There is actually yet another wrestling style in Japanese.
yes, mhm, yes, no, not the other style that you are talking about. Mm.
Strong style is New Japan. King's Road is for all Japan and Pro Wrestling Nova.
All right. I am not aware of this. I am seriously not aware of this. So what I saw, I liked. I became, hugely curious about the guy. When he came to WWE, I was, very happy for him and I wanted to see more of him. But what I saw there was fucking bland. There was nothing. So now he has, come back to his roots, so to speak, and we have to wait and see what is, going for him now. You are saying that it is basically his character work, and he is a part of the Bullet Club. That is what is keeping him relevant, not his in-ring style anymore. That is his thing. So we have to wait and see. His stock has gone down. I agree with that absolutely. So
But he still managed to create some buzz there tonight.
yes, absolutely.
So this entire thing, coming back to Dynamite, it is very
Yes,
conflicting dynamic, I think. Like on one side we have Don Callis on commentary. He sounded like it was his big plan, but in reality, the current Bullet Club members have said that they hate this version of Bullet Club in AEW. Or I think we are getting into a situation where Don Callis, Tony Khan, and everybody involved are working even the hardcore, the elitist
yes,
of wrestling fans.
yes. They are doing it because the first promo which happened in the Impact Wrestling van, which I also talked about, they gave very much impression of what little bit of stuff, little bit of you can say nuances or stuff like that. At NWA they gave an impression of New Japan, they gave impression of uh, AEW, Impact Wrestling. So there are many things involved. Probably they are working us, so we should just you can say enjoy the ride. If it is happening, probably it is happening. So what will come about of it, we have to wait and see, because there are many things involved. The travel restrictions and other stuff, many things are involved here. Three promotions working together, four I should say: NWA, Impact Wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling, AEW. These four. And there is some, animosity or probably some problems between one another, because who would want to help the other, who benefits? Everybody wants to be benefited. So there are many talks made, there are many angles to be booked. So they have to see month or maybe weekly that how they have to book that. So we have to wait and see. And with regards to next week, what happened on social media, this is a social media exclusive, that Kenny Omega was thanking or saying that to Kenta that welcome to the American Bullet Club. Kenta said that fuck you, that I am not a part of your Bullet Club. I just came here to take my IWGP US heavyweight tag team, US heavyweight championship. And so Kenny Omega basically, said, not to worry, you will come around, basically. So there's that. And he said that, and Don Callis too, that we will talk to Tony Khan and we will book a lights out match for next week. That would be me, that is Kenny Omega, and you, Kenta, tagging together against Lance Archer and John Moxley.
Wow. Is that happening?
I guess it is, because they won't be showing that on, social media, booking that match. There, that would be happening.
Wow. That's pretty good.
So, so that was beach break.
Man, Tony Khan is living up to the hype. That one tweet he sent few months ago in December, that the entire landscape of wrestling will change. He started with that Sting debut, then we get this Impact partnership, and tonight with the
That
appearance of
same,
Kenta.
yes, absolutely. Winter is
So,
coming. That changed, possibly, everything. And second was probably tonight.
so that was a beach break.
Yes, that was beach break.
So before we leave, where can these guys find you?
Guys, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at AbbyManiac, and I am currently working with an independent wrestling promotion in India called Wrestle Square. You can subscribe to their YouTube channel at Wrestle Square Pro Wrestling.
You can find Slamhub Wrestling on Twitter at SlamhubW, Instagram at Slamhub Wrestling. If you don't want the YouTube app running, then you can catch audio this review on both Anchor and Spotify as well. So this was the AW Dynamite review, and we'll see you guys next time.